Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Well, after yesterday's snowstorm, it turned into a beautiful sunny day today. And today I'm going to be potting up this nursery stock dwarf purple smoke bush. Here's the variety. It's Velveteeny smoke tree. It says it grows to about 4 feet high and 4 feet wide. A dwarf form with deep burgundy foliage with large feathery plumes of dove gray to pink blooms. It is ideal for patio containers and space-challenged areas. Propagation is prohibited. Wow. So I got this on sale for $10, and it was a fairly large smoke bush, and I pruned it down. The reason the smoke bush was on sale is that half of it was dead. So I thought for $10, well, I'll take a gamble. So I pruned it up to what I thought was living tissue, and I wasn't sure if this branch was alive, and apparently it's not because no buds have come out on it. This one up the center is dead. There's a bud down there, and these two on this side are dead. So, but I have some good living branches. So today I'm going to get it out of this nursery soil, get it into some bonsai soil, and prune off the dead wood. I noticed in the pot that it was full of seeds, and I thought, oh, that's kind of a strange thing in a nursery pot. So you can see they're all germinating here. I have no idea what they are. They're just popping up everywhere. I thought, well, I'll keep some of them and see what they turn into. I think a smoke bush tree can make a really nice bonsai. They get really nice character on the trunks when they get old. And they have these big plumes of feathery flowers that when the tree's in flower, it looks like it's all covered in smoke. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to start by getting the tree out of the pot. All right, let me get the tree out of the pot. There's a couple of little volunteer seedlings here too in the pot. This pot's just full of life. All right, so I'll loosen the pot up. And then I'll try and slide the smoke tree out. Come on. There we go. It looks like it's definitely not pot bound. There's lots of room for growth. There's a little centipede there. So I'm going to try and collect all these seeds on top. I'll plant those in a separate pot and we'll just see what they turn into. I've got a pot ready here for the little seedlings that are on the top here. So I'm going to try and transfer them. I don't know how successful I'll be, but let's try. Oh, they're kind of rooted in there. Oh dear. Look at the roots, see that? So we'll just kind of place them on top. I have no idea what these are. Hopefully, by the end of spring we'll know. So I'm just kind of stuffing them in the pot and maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be something exotic and cool. Okay, I think that's enough of those. So that is planted. I'll give it a water, make sure they're, the soil's all nice and damp and they can hopefully grow. At least I'll get a few of them growing anyway. All right, give them some water. And we'll stick them on the bench. I'm going to begin raking out the nursery soil and we'll see if we can get to the base of the purple smoke tree. Or they're called purple smoke bush a lot of the times. Yeah, there's lots of those little seedlings in here. Just a little kind of round seed. There's tons of them. Maybe they fell off some other plant in the nursery and so here's these little volunteer seedlings. I have a larger one of these on the go, so maybe I'll keep these and pot them up too. Why not, eh?
All right, I've got a screen in there. I'll add some soil for the new little seedlings. So I'm not going to do much root work. I'm just going to kind of put them in here like that and fill around with bonsai soil. All right, they're planted. I'll give those a water. And I can put those on the bench too. Now it's back to raking out the soil around the smoke bush. So I can see roots coming from this level, so it wasn't buried very deeply. So I'm not sure why, the whole top of this tree died, if it was from the previous winter or if they just didn't water it in the summer enough. But whatever, it was on sale. The tree survived the winter, which is good. And hopefully it'll survive this repotting and grow strongly this summer. And maybe it'll even flower. Look at the chunks of pine bark in here. At least this soil is really loose. It's free draining. It's actually a pretty good soil. Lots of pine bark and particles, and like it's damp, but it's not sopping wet. So lots of little fine roots all over. The trunk is still going down. Maybe there is a lot of different surface roots. Now I notice when I'm raking, the outer bark on the roots gets damaged very easily, so I'll have to be very careful not to go too hard on the roots here with the combing. Well, that's definitely the end of the trunk at this level. There's nothing underneath except finer roots. This tree was definitely not underpotted. I would say overpotted, if anything. So a lot of, the soil on the bottom, there's not even any roots in it. It's pretty root free. So all the roots are kind of up top here. So I'm thinking I can probably cut these roots, because I can clearly see where the base of the tree is here, and these roots are getting too long. So let's do a little root pruning. Just prune them off long for now. No sense combing out the bottom of that roots if I'm not going to use them anyway. Okay, the tree is separated from the pile of soil. So I'll clean up the soil, and I'll get the tree in the bucket of water and clean the roots. All right, into the water the roots go. Oh, there's a few curly roots in here. Just trying to get some of the soil out between the roots here. There we go. Oh, nice sunny day today. It's nice and warm in the greenhouse here. Okay, I think that's washed up. We can begin the root pruning. All right, here's a look at the root system. So I've got a lot of jumbled roots down at this level, which is probably a good root plane. There's some nice radial roots coming out, especially from this view. So this one is too high, so I'm going to remove it. Like that. This little one's too high. That comes off. This one's too high, a little tiny one. Another little tiny one here. And then a fairly thick one here that's got to come off. Like that. And this one, because it's a weird looking root. So now I've got, you can see a nice radial root system on this side. This side isn't too bad, but there's one root that, what does it do? It twists around. It goes in between these roots. Oh my goodness. It goes everywhere. So it's got to be removed. So here I go. Yeah, it's gonna have to be cut down here. So that twisty root is gone. There's a root sticking straight up here. I gotta get rid of that. There's another root here. If I can maybe untangle it, I'll try. Okay, that untangled all right. These roots aren't exactly radial here, but yeah, I've got some very strange roots here, kind of bulbous and snake-like and not very radial. Generally, roots like that cause you problems. It comes down and it winds around underneath, and oh my goodness. Yes, a very difficult root system on this side. So there's this part of the root comes down, and then it goes all funny from then on. It is possible I could just cut it off there, cut all this bulbous section off. And I think I'll have to do that. I just don't see another solution. These roots, they'll just like get worse looking as the tree gets older. And you know, the thicker they get, the harder it'll be to sort them out. So I better do it now. Let me get this root off the bottom here first. And this one. Yeah, these are real special roots, that's for sure. I'll just rewash that. Okay, well, I don't see any solution except cutting them off. And I'm just wondering what tool to use. I think I'm going to use the Tom's ratcheting pruners. They seem to work well. Alright, so I can get as low as I can here, and here I go, cutting that whole root section off. Just like that. See how it was? It's like a ball. Very, very strange looking root. Looks like a spider walking along. Anyway, that's gone now. So I have no idea how that's going to affect the tree. If it'll grow new roots easily from that cut point, which would be nice, and nice radial roots coming out. We will see. The roots aren't active yet. You can see there's no white tips on them, so it's a good time to repot. Now, this root here kind of takes a funny direction. I'm going to prune it off here. This one kind of dives down, so I'll prune off some of that lower growth away. This one too dives down, so I'll prune off that lower part, and this one also dives down, so take it off there. And that is all I can do with the roots. There's not a whole lot of roots left, but then there's not a whole lot of growth on the tree either. So that's my next step. I've got to prune off this dead branch here. So here I go. Oh, that just kind of almost just broke off. Let me clean that up a bit. Hopefully, you know, it's not dead down this side of the trunk. It looks alive here, so I think it's just a bit of dieback in this area. Yeah, I think I'm getting down to some living tissue now. Okay, so that's removed. Then I've got this one that shoots up here. There's a living bud down here, so I can prune off the dead part. And then the top is dead, this Y-shaped section here. So let's get rid of that. Like that. And everything else looks alive on the tree. So I'll get that planted in a pot now. I think this size pot will be perfect for the tree. Good training pot. All right, I'll get drainage screen in there and soil. All right, in goes the soil. Okay, I'm going to plant the tree. Just like that. I'm planting it fairly deep. I don't want these roots drying out or anything. And I'll fill it in with soil. I think that's good. Good for its first potting into bonsai soil. Hopefully it'll survive. Not a lot of roots on it, but you know, it's not that big the canopy either, so I think it's still in balance, the root system versus the upper foliage. I'll give the tree a water now. All right, here I go with the water. And again, you want to water the soil several times the first day after repotting. So all these soil particles, the pine bark and the perlite and the turfus, get soaked with water. I'll give the tree a spin so you can see it from all angles. So here I go. At this point in time, I don't have much time invested in this tree. It cost me $10. I've been watering it over the last half of summer of last year, and I've repotted it now. So hopefully it'll live. It'll turn into a nice bonsai if it lives. If it doesn't, well, there's $10 down the drain, and I tried. That's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.